Welcome to our YouTube channel. Don't forget to like, subscribe and share the videos.
Hi all. Today the topic what we are going to see is trigonometry. What is this trigonometry? What is the purpose of learning trigonometry? Simply starting, trigonometry helps us to find the unknown sides and unknown angles in a right angle triangle and in a non-right angle triangle as a basics. When you go further for the classes, you will be able to find the unknown sides and unknown angles of figures which are having more than 3 sides, 4 sides, etc. using the same basics of what I am going to teach you today. So for doing all the further classes and all the things, that is unknown sides and unknown angles, we are going to see how this trigonometry is being used. So first of all, I would like to start from the basics. As an example, I am going to first of all take a right angle triangle. You know what is meant by right angle triangle. When do you call a triangle as a right angle triangle? If a triangle has one angle to be 90 degrees, then we call the triangle as a right angle triangle. Now let us assume that I know this angle, and for time being I am just going to call this angle as, say, theta. What is this theta? Theta is the parameter which is used to represent any angle. So we call it as a base angle. Okay, so either you can mark here or you can mark here. At present I am marking it here. So if this is the angle, okay, which is marked as theta, this side that is opposite to this, we call it as opposite side, and the theta where it lies, this side, is, we call it as adjacent side. Then the side which is opposite to 90 degrees, does hypotenuse. For your information, this hypotenuse is considered to be as the longest side of the right angle triangle. So it is easy to identify which side is hypotenuse. It always falls on the opposite side of 90 degrees, and that is going to be the longest side. So now, having described about all the 3 sides which is there in the right angle triangle, now let's see how the trigonometric ratios are going to help us in finding the unknown sides and unknown angles. So what are the trigonometric ratios you are going to learn here? First one, I would like to introduce this as sin theta, which is written as sin theta. What is the formula for sin theta if you ask me? It is always nothing but opposite by hypotenuse. So if you know the opposite and side and hypotenuse side, we can find the sin theta ratio. How to remember it in a shortcut way? Take all the first letters SOH. We shortly remember this as so. The next one is cos theta. What is cos theta? This is the next one, which is called as cosine theta. If we know the adjacent and the hypotenuse, then we can find the cos theta. How to remember this in a short way? If you remember all the starting letters, yes, you could do it. It is nothing but K. Third one is, there is one more ratio which is called as tangent, shortly called as tan theta. If you want to find the tan theta ratio, it is nothing but opposite over adjacent. So shortly remember this as TOA. We call it as TOA. So based on these so, ka, TOA, we are going to get inside an example problem and see how this is applied and how it is useful for us to find. As a first video, today we are going to see how to find the unknown side using the trigonometry in a right angle triangle. Okay, I would like to take an example of my own. So let's take a right angle triangle, and let me give a name for this part as A, B, and C. Let me give this angle name as 30 degrees. This side we call it as phi. So I have only these two informations. I need to find what is this side is and what is this side is. If this is considered to be as the theta, then this one is called as the opposite side, and this one is called as the hypotenuse, and this one is called as the adjacent. Come on, let's see how we are going to find the other two sides by using only these two informations. So as I know the theta and the opposite, I am going to take either in from any of these three, okay, the one which is involved with the opposite. So either I can take sine or I can take tan. So I would like to go with sine. So let me take sine 30 is equal to, what is your opposite? Phi. And what is your hypotenuse? I do not know. So given as x. So now my target is to find what is the length of the hypotenuse, which is mentioned as x. So I would like to tell you the shortcut way of doing it. Whenever something is going to be unknown in the bottom like this, there is a concept called swap. What is meant by swap? Swap helps you to skip many of the steps. That is, what will happen is, if you use the swap concept, the x will go to the place of sine 30 and sine 30 will come to the place of x. So this way you can avoid doing so many steps, and it is allowed to be done. So now when you do this using the calculator, you can either use the calculator, or if you are allowed to use the numerical tables of the trigonometry, if it is provided, you can get it done, and the value what I am going to get is going to be 10 centimeter. So this is how I found the x value, which is called as hypotenuse. In this itself I am going to show you all three trigonometric ratios, how to apply it to find the other sides. Having seen this part, now if you want, you can mark this as 10, or else you feel like I want to do one more, it's okay, we will do that. The next part what I am going to do is I am going to take cos theta. So cos 30. So if I take the cosine 30, you know what is cos is? It's nothing but a by h. So it is adjacent. According to me, this is my adjacent. So it is y by, okay, it is going to be hypotenuse. So what is hypotenuse? I just now only found the hypotenuse to be 10. Okay. So now I want the unknown variable which is in the numerator. So whenever you have something in unknown, you do the cross multiplication and you get this as 10 times cos 30. So if you check with the calculator, you will see 10 times cos 30 gives you 8.66 centimeter. So I got my adjacent. Now this way also you can find the adjacent side of a right angle triangle, or else you feel like, no, I wanted to try with tan. It's okay, you can try with tan. What is tan? It is nothing but opposite by adjacent. So your opposite is going to be phi and your adjacent is unknown. So let's keep it as y only. I just now only told you, whenever you have something in unknown, use the swap concept. So y goes to the place of tan 30 and tan 30 comes to the place of y. So you can do phi divided by tan 30. Use the calculator again and you can check with that. You will see that you are getting the same value, 8.66 centimeters. So no matter whether we are using the cos or tan, you will end up with the same value. And I hope so that this video would have helped you all how to find the unknown side in a right angle triangle when you know one angle and when you know one side. Okay, hope this video helps you to learn the basics of the trigonometry. It's not only being used in right angle triangle but also used in a non-right angle triangles also. Thank you so much for watching my video.